right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's Andrew Coley, and I'm here with my boys on the Dad Report. It's my boy Jerry, my boy...
Your friendly neighborhood Droopy.
And the CheZZa man. Sorry for that one. And we're gonna be discussing today on the show a couple of topics. We're gonna start this off by how do you balance chores? Now, we're gonna start off with the OG. How do you balance chores in your own house, bro?
In which way do you mean?
Like, do you despite chores? Do you hand them out to people or your kids, or do you actually like balance them in the sense of like you and your wife having to deal with them each, or who hands out the chores in your household? Because it's a completely different situation with yours.
No,
Who's the law?
It's the wife. Like.
Oh, all right. It's not even a
That's
question.
married life. Like, you can try. I try. Like I try. You know what I mean, like when she says, "Oh, you need to do this," I'm like, "Yo, I'll do it." It's like that joke. There's it's like. What the guy say? It's like the dad is like, yo, the day you tell me to do something, you don't have to ask me again. You know what I mean? Like, no.
It'll get done.
Not that. Not like that. Sorry, I fucked it up. Yeah. Fucked it right up. It's like when you tell me to do something, 6 months later, you don't have to go and tell me the same shit.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? It's like, so like, weeks can go by, things will go by, and you still haven't done this. It's like, yo, I'll do it. Like, calm down. Like, the time isn't right yet. I'll get to it when I get to it.
Maybe.
But truly, the breakdown is like supposed to be interior, exterior. She takes the interior, I take the exterior.
Okay, that makes sense. I see that. I see how that works. All the stuff inside of the house, she balances out, and all the stuff like the big concerns, like your car breaks down or something, you got to take care of.
Yeah.
I feel you.
Grass.
Yeah.
Painting outside. Oh shit, outside.
Yeah. Okay, I feel you. Drew, how's your house?
Oh, you want to get me in trouble?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's do that. Let's start off the shot.
Holy chores in my house. It usually works like this. If I'm not home, the house will be clean. Dishes will be done. Everything will be prim and proper. Till I get home, then it's change the diapers, take out the garbage, wash the dishes, empty the dishwasher. Clean your stepson's fishbowl. Why am I cleaning the fishbowl? What? No, seriously. I don't take care of fish no more. I'm done with the fish.
What the fuck is that? Your stepson's fishbowl.
It's true. How old is your stepson?
The kid's 18.
No.
That's why I said
you don't need to.
You cleaning your stepson's fishbowl, nigga? Like you
Fish
still
in his
dealing with
fishbowl.
that shit?
If he can't
your
handle the
fault.
fishbowl,
That fish should be out the
now,
house,
That's
bro.
not
I'm
my
sorry.
fault.
That's
Sorry.
your fault. If you're doing it, that's your
you're
fault.
doing
Bro,
it,
I
no,
would have
no.
drop kicked that fish out the crib. Long time. But
I've been trying
that's
to kill
just
the
me.
fish for months.
Wait, but you could beat him up, right?
You'll refuse
No,
that
like
fish.
hypothetically, you
I
could
don't
beat him up,
wanna say
right?
that.
Okay, but then it's your fault.
Hypothetically, yes. But
You live with him, lay one beat down on him once, and he'll be cleaning that fucking fishbowl every month.
and I'll be like this.
Do it.
Locked up, I'll be
Nah,
doing
man.
5 to
Do
10.
it on the low. Do it on the low. Leave no marks.
No more.
Use the phone book.
The
Do it
problem
on the
is
low.
that
Leave
you're
no
around the
marks.
black people. The thing is that you're around black people who understand the sneakier technique of whooping a nigga's
Mhm.
ass.
No, I can whoop his ass.
Just-
That's not the problem.
Nigga,
I choose.
just bring Paula around. Gotta fucking straighten that nigga out. Just bring Paula around. Shut up. Dad, shut him to straighten the fuck up right now.
Yeah, no,
His mother spoils him.
And you think
Rotten.
Paula wouldn't straw out
So
her
then
too?
you balance it. If she spoils her rotten, you treat him bad as fuck. You say you look at him, he like, yo, clean
But, like,
the
what
fish
about laundry?
tank, fish tank, what?
Laundry.
Like, what about
Listen,
laundry?
if I have to empty that
No.
fish tank, it's gonna stay empty.
What?
It's gonna stay empty.
That's what I'm
It's gonna be
saying.
no more
I'm
fish.
unlike
So,
that.
you
It would
want me
be
to
just
clean
an
the
empty
tank?
fish tank,
I'll
fam.
clean it.
Yeah.
I'll clean it. I'll sell
Nothing
it
in
too.
Night Ross.
I'll sell
Nothing
it
in Night
too.
Ross.
I'll sell it
Everything
too. It's
gone.
gone. Fuck that.
And in fact, knowing me, I would put some jelly in there and make sure the blood clotting stay perfectly clean the next time.
No, I just sold that. It's gone. That is gone. Fuck it.
So, Mr. Single Father, how do you balance the
Oh,
chores?
chores are easy for me. I go grab one of those hookers that say she'll do anything for $50, and then I bring her home and get her to do the laundry, the dishes. Everything's done. No.
You just use you just are all into like if a hooker comes to your house,
Okay,
that,
no,
that
no.
shit's gonna work.
She doesn't know what she's going for.
That's what I'm saying. She doesn't know if she's getting
She's
laid
not
or
sure.
she's gonna have to clean. Like,
No, no.
goddamn, bro.
Okay, so yeah, I do everything pretty much, but I say that lightly because, like, you don't have time to do everything all the time. So
Facts.
I do, but I have learned to delegate to my son a few things, and it's nice because he actually doesn't give me 2 hours at a time, but it's nothing big. Like, so the laundry. Our laundry's in the basement. We live on the top floor. So when our laundry gets to a load, I say, Juju, it's a load now. He says, yep. He grabs, and sometimes you got to make 2 trips, and he brings it downstairs and puts it in the laundry. Okay. So that was me bothering him to do that. Yeah. Once he's done that, for the next 2 hours, he's bothering me to go start it. So it kind of helps. It's funny, but like
keeps you on pace.
He's co-parenting himself by getting on my ass, which is become fun, right? Yeah. And the second thing 3 things I do with him. I do that, the laundry, and then I gotta finish it, and then lastly I'll send him down when it's dried, and he'll bring it up to his room. I that's the one thing. He's young. He's old enough now. He's 6 years old. Do your room. Yeah. And then 3, when I do the shopping and I buy bottles of water, he's got to take the bottles out and put them in the fridge.
Okay.
Not bad.
Yeah, and so that's it. Sometimes we fight each other and things don't get done, but for the most part, he likes helping. He likes helping. And at the end of the week, I give him a little something. Thank you. This week you were good about stuff. Oh. And you know, they say sometimes positive reinforcement isn't good, but I find it really is. No, like not all the time.
In the end, that's what this world is.
That's like, all.
Sure,
it
is. But then someone told me you shouldn't be rewarding him for something that he should be doing anyway, chores. But I don't see it like that. Like, yo, you didn't give me a hard time this week, and he gets on my ass too. Why'd you do the? Like, shut up. Like, that's a good thing about that. So that's how I get things done in my house.
To all things to all people, you can't let another person who's in their household tell what you would do.
What you would do,
bro.
right? But like, you know, everyone's got an opinion.
It's great that your opinion works for your household, but right here and right now, nigga, this is how we do shit around here.
That's true.
Like in my household, it's a little bit chaotic in that sense because like we still got the like, I work a lot, but at the same time like. How do I say this without being straightforward, without being sound like a dick, because I am. I get no, because my mom, the way she raised me was everything had to be done before you go to bed. Right. So like I physically can't use the kitchen unless it's cleaned. I can't literally like use my bathroom unless it's cleaned. I have to do certain things. Right. It just has to be done at the end of the day. Garbage can't be in my house at the end of the night. Yeah. It literally bothers me to a point. Like I used to get, perfect example. I'll give you a story. I used to go to bed at night, and if I didn't go to the garbage, the next morning I'd wake up with it in my bed. That's how serious my mom was about that shit. Right. Like, if you didn't put the garbage out at night, the next morning she'd wake up in the morning, she'd get you up at 6:45 and whip the fucking garbage right into bed with you. Get up. You didn't put it out, it's your turn to put it up. And it doesn't matter if your shit's dirty, clean that shit up too. Now you got double the work, because now you gotta clean the room, and you gotta clean the garbage.
And your mom was a black belt, right? Isn't she karate or something like that?
We don't even need to get into all of that. That was like another ass whooping for another day.
My mom was like that, like when it came to dishes.
It didn't matter
what. Go to bed without doing dishes.
Sleep
about 2-3 o'clock in the morning. Wake you up, go do the dishes. Like she waits till that REM sleep. Like she waits till like you're right in there. Boom! Get up and go. So you're sitting there. You're pretty much crying while washing dishes. Like I can't.
I remember all of those moments.
Oh yeah, she wouldn't let you go back to bed until.
So it's like,
but you learn from that, right?
Yeah. So for me, it's like I have no choice but to do as many chores as I see immediately. Yeah. So like my wife, I don't know if like because I know she has a lot of things to do with the kid in the day. So it's like I get it. She's got the diaper thing to deal with, like maybe the genies deal with all the other stuff, then she's got to clean for him and cook for him. But for me, I find it so much easier because my son has become so used to seeing me clean up the house now, he helps. Like the favorite sound to him is the vacuum. Like I'm about to go pull out the vacuum, bro. The kid unwraps the cord. He's sitting in the corner like, come on, let's go. Like he wants to help me clean up the house. His favorite tool in the house to use is a broom. Because he sees me
that kid was the same way back when he was
all throughout the house cleaning up. Like as soon as you, because no, they see it as a repetition of you.
Sure.
So now they want to do it.
Sure.
So it's like for me, I try my best to let it go sometimes because I understand that's my like it's to a point where it's almost a fight sometimes in my house. Because literally, like I said, I can't let that go. Like for the life of me, I try to come inside the house and just relax. Like today, I was supposed to take a shower, get ready before coming here. She was going to go get her nails done. The first thing I couldn't stand, like, the whole house is a mess. Like, why? So for me, it's like, I can't even deal, like, I can't physically function in that. Like, I got lucky because he fell asleep for an extra hour. So it gave me enough time to do it all before I could even eat something. Yeah. Like, I just can't do it, bro. Like, chores is a big thing in my house. Like, I was I don't know if...
Does your wife do chores?
Yeah, she does as much as she can. It's
Okay.
just what I mean in the sense that for me, it's like our house was balanced. Like I had one mom who could literally do everything. It didn't matter. Like
Yeah.
the end of the
But
night.
in your house itself, so you go to work and then you come home and do all
Yeah,
the chores?
as much as I can,
Yeah.
as much as she whatever she hasn't unpacked throughout the day or whatever she hasn't
Yeah.
done throughout the day, I try and get as much as possible.
Okay,
Just
okay.
as quickly as possible.
Yeah.
I mean, that's about it.
So it's not even like that old school, like, you know, like the old school homemaker? Like,
Oh,
you stay
yeah, that shit's
home,
done, bro.
They will clean the
That-
dishes.
that
do
shit is
this,
done, bro.
do that, do
Anybody
this.
who placates to think that they can live a lifestyle where one is doing one thing and the other one's just doing the sole other thing,
Either
bro,
rich,
you are in denial or your wife hates you every day.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna grow to cheat on you. She's
No,
gonna
actually,
grow to
there's
hate
some
on you
women
and
that
eventually.
actually. No, there's some women that actually prefer.
No,
that
they
lifestyle.
will
I
prefer
was
it,
gonna
but
say
I was
that.
gonna
Yeah,
say
they prefer that lifestyle.
eventually,
Sure.
no, they prefer that lifestyle. But what I've noticed is that eventually that becomes somewhat tiring when they see other people living that is doing like unless they're
No,
controlling.
no. Today
Like,
is
unless
kind of
they're
different because
controlling-
it's not something new.
Yeah, but that's
it's
my
like
point.
you,
It's
you
like,
know,
unless they're
you know, you can
control-
go either this way, be a homemaker, or you can be this way and balance it with your previous. Some people actually prefer
it.
to
Yes.
just this
Oh
way.
no, I understand because those are the controlling sorts that want to have everything done their specific way, and I, God bless. No, sometimes it's blessings for that because I've been some of my homies. They are
I don't know if it's
not that
controlling.
good at anything, and
I don't know.
let's
It's
just
because they're
say.
controlling. They do that, but some are just more
No, no,
comfortable in doing
I've
that.
realized that it's a personality thing in that sense. Like a lot of, like I wouldn't even say it's just women. I mean, people in relationships. Whenever you see somebody who gears the household, who does all the cleaning or does all the stuff, it's a control thing. Like they have to have it done in a specific order, and because they know the other person's not going to do it in that time frame or what, they're going to do it now. It's
Yeah.
because trust me, if you could just wait, the house would be a mess forever. Think about it this way: if your wife just waited on you to not bother you or ask you every 6 months or whatever it is to ask you to do something, you'd forget about it, go do the million other things, and then go, "Oh crap, I had that thing to do 8 months ago."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You
things
would,
that-
but eventually it would just take to the point where it's convenient,
Yeah.
and life is not convenient. Like garbage isn't convenient. Dishes isn't convenient. You know what I mean? The diaper, like, you know what I mean? Diaper genies aren't convenient. So those are things that have to be done. It doesn't matter how you're tired, whatever has to be done. You gotta march your ass up, coal in your eye, go outside, freeze in the middle of the snow, dump that shit the fuck out, draw the garbage outside, and keep it moving, bro.
and that's why I live in a condo.
Facts.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's condo.
Condo life.
Yeah,
Yeah, condo life.
You
Yeah.
still gotta
Down-
clean your condo.
Yeah.
Cleaning the condo is not a problem when I
So,
can throw
hold
the
on.
garbage down the chute.
Yeah, those
So with him,
maintenance-
he goes to work, comes home and cleans. You work 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
So after 12 hours, do you expect the house to be clean, or do you understand? I'm gonna come home and there could be dishes. I could have to
Yeah.
make my dinner. I could have to.
You know what? I got used to it. In the dinner part, I'll tell you this: there is food ready for me. I'll give her that part. Food
Yeah,
is.
you're in a Portuguese. That's impossible.
Yeah.
But Droopy's different, and I get why he's asking.
No, no,
that
I know
question,
why
But with
Droopy's
Droopy,
different. I
he's laid
totally
back.
understand.
This guy will like.
He'll let some shit fly.
He'll avoid confrontation because it's not worth it for him. So I can see why like. I want to go beat his girlfriend for him sometimes. I'm sorry. I'm just saying. Like he'll come home from doing 12 hours and then do dishes. And like for me, if that was me, I'd be like, yo, I would beat a bitch. I'm sorry. And I would just make sure my son was asleep, and then I would just. Never mind. She already hates me. I shouldn't. Whatever. Sorry. My bad.
All
right.
You gotta love that part. You gotta love that drama.
That's
I know how to
awkward.
work
Sorry.
sensors. I know how to work
Yeah, no,
sensors.
we don't have no censors, so we
That's
can say all the
awkward.
shit we
Okay.
want. We got no
But
gadget
yeah,
sensors.
no, we understand.
No, but it's
like,
so-
truthfully, we
it's
don't
one of those
believe
things.
you're gonna go beat a bitch.
No,
But we
no, no,
understand
no,
the
no, no. But
level
what I
of
meant was, yeah, sure.
festivity you're
Yeah.
on.
It's just festivity.
Festivity! We're gonna
Like,
make
we
that a
get
new
it.
word
We
now.
get it.
Hashtag.
Hashtag festivity.
We get it.
I mean, it's like, here's the thing. It's the real contention in your lives. It's like how the way you were raised, but how you bring your son and your daughter up in that same situation. Like for me, like my dad never once came home in the house and the food wasn't done, the house wasn't clean, everything else in the place wasn't met, and the house wasn't spotless.
Okay, so in saying that, you're saying based on your mom being someone who cleans up all the time, you clean up all the time.
Uh-huh.
But based on your dad, he expected the food to be home. So why don't you expect it?
Because of the fact that my mom and my dad, after a certain point, were both workaholics.
Wait.
It got to a point where, like at the beginning, when it was just me, my mom, like when me, my mom, and my dad, it was a totally different dynamic. Then after a while, when we moved out of Jamaica, it was just me and my mom.
Okay.
So the dynamic completely shift. Like I only had my dad for probably, I would say, 14 years of my life.
Up to 14.
Yeah, so the rest of the time, like the rest of that rearing time
That's
was
the
my
different-
mom.
that's that
Yeah,
raising
that's that
part, okay.
understanding of what, like I said, all the little stuff that you had to teach. Like my mom was the best person on the planet because she taught me all the hard-working shit I know right now. I learned directly from that lady. I watched that lady get up, working 2 jobs, working for the bank, then going to work on FedEx, then getting me up at 6 a.m. in the morning to make sure all my chores and everything else is still being done. Like I said, she wasn't playing. She's cleaning up everything, still making my lunch, still taking me to school, and still picking me up in between those 2 jobs.
Yeah.
So, like, I never watched her fumble.
Right, but I think we're mixing 2 different things here. Here's the one thing. I think we're okay, when we talk about the woman cleaning and the man going to work, I think we're confusing sexism and roles. Because here's the thing, I don't care who's going to work all day and who's staying home. The man can stay home, the woman can stay home. But in his situation, what I was commenting on, not to talk about him specifically, but if someone is at work 12 hours a day, whether it be the man or the woman, the other person at home should be up on their shit. And I'm not talking about maybe it's generally a woman, but that's not. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about
It's
it's
man or woman.
no,
Man
we're
or
not-
woman.
we're not- no, no,
If
we're classifying-
if I'm
I
at
had a
work
brother
at
who was
12,
a stay-at-home dad.
which
Like, I had a
is
brother
which is
who was
no,
a
cool,
stay-at-home dad.
which is
No,
cool.
we
So
classify
then
both.
he should. No, well, actually, I don't want to talk about him. But what I'm saying is, a person at home should at least be. Of course, the person at work still wants to contribute, but the dude's been at work 12 hours. The one staying at home should be taking care of home shit.
But is
that's
there-
not a sex thing.
But
Like,
there's that understanding as well that there's kids at the house.
Yeah.
And
no,
they don't
okay,
listen to
true,
shit.
true, but you can multitask being
No.
at home. You can't multitask
No.
from being at
No,
work.
that's what I'm trying to tell you.
I'm
Some
telling you,
people
no.
can't.
I was a single
So-
parent.
No,
I
I'm
did
trying
it.
to tell you, some people.
Dude, some
That's
people
you.
did.
I'm trying to tell you, some
But-
people can't. Some people cannot do that. I've watched my wife, dog, try to multitask and literally have a nervous breakdown. On certain ends, she'll be cooking, she'll be cleaning, she'll be doing something, and then all of a sudden, goes crazy. But you know, we need.
Well,
to
I'm
change
not
the
talking on. When I comment, I'm not talking on anybody's
No, but I'm saying in
situation.
general,
It's just the way
though, I
in
have
general,
just
right?
witnessed certain people cannot deal with the chaos that is happening around them and then be able to balance what is happening right now. They will just forget what
Sure,
they were doing
sure, but-
10 minutes ago, focus on the chaos, and then forgot what they were doing. It's just how their brain is geared. They're not geared that way. But, you know, for another topic for another topic. All right.
Wrap it up.
Yeah. So that was pretty much like how do you balance chores at home. So